Okay, we'll conclude with the problems that are due on May 13th. Hopefully you've had a chance to do these ahead of time and aren't going to just copy down what I'm telling you now. First of all, number 1, an airplane flying at an altitude of 10 kilometers is above how much of the Earth's atmosphere? It's above 70% of the atmosphere. The lower part of the Earth's atmosphere is mostly heated by the Earth. Ozone is O3. Continuing on. Without adding or removing any water vapor, a sample of cooling air will have the relative humidity that is increasing. Okay? As the air is cooling, the relative humidity increases. The dew point temperature occurs when any of the above. Relative humidity is 100%. Condensation begins to form. The air becomes saturated. The air that is saturated, when air is saturated is cooled, some of the water vapor condenses. Okay? That's what the dew point means. Continuing on then. An air from over the Gulf of Mexico makes what type of air mass? It's a maritime tropical. It's coming over the Gulf of Mexico, so it's over water. That means it's maritime. And it's down towards the equator, so it's tropical, maritime tropical. Which of the following has more associated stormy weather? An occluded front, right? That is more associated stormy weather. Thunderstorm occurs at 3 a.m. is more than likely caused by a cold front coming in, right? Because the temperature is cooler at that time. A hurricane is a tropical cyclone with a wind speed of at least 120 kilometers per hour. That is the definition of a hurricane. Less than that is a tropical storm or just tropical depression. The most violent weather disturbance is a tornado. That's the most violent weather disturbance. Okay? Clear, fair weather is usually associated with an anticyclone. Is it possible vapor water to condense in clean, cool air? No, you have to have there has to be some sort of a nucleation taking place, right? The water vapor has to nucleate to form droplets. And if it's clean and it's cool, it's not going to happen. Which of the following climate influences would probably make the temperature of a city more even? A large body of water nearby. Generally, most of the freshwater supply is obtained from streams or lakes. This next one, I think, is kind of a crazy question. If water's in short supply, who would have first priority? It's whoever owns it. Okay, the answer isn't really controversial. It's if you own that water supply, you know. So, I mean, they have all sorts of laws that they try to do so that you can't even try to catch water that's raining from the sky. But, if you have, they do have riparian rights. In other words, rights associated with water that is traveling by your place. So you have a certain usage of that based upon what your deed says you have, okay? And if somebody can't build a dam upstream of you and just shut it off because you have rights to that. How many separate independent oceans are on the Earth? That is 1. That answer is going to figure into something that we cover later on as well. So all of them are interconnected. They have seas that are part of the ocean that are bounded by land on many sides, but they still all have an opening so that it's all just one. What's the origin of all the seawater on Earth? It forms soon after the Earth, and you can look in the Bible and find out exactly the sequence of how all of that took place. How has the composition of seawater changes after millions of years? It's changed very, very little. So it goes through a cycle, but there's not a lot of change that's taken place there. The flow rate of all the ocean currents in the world must be equal? Yes. Yes, that is true. Okay? You can't, the ocean isn't building up at one place or the other. Yes, you do have tides, but those are the result of the moon and the Earth's rotation, not anything else. Which one of the following does not belong with the others? The Gulf Stream. Okay, that is not the same as the California Labrador currents. Where does the ocean basin begin? Beyond the continental slope. And that is the final one. Okay, I hope that you have taken good notes and are going to be well prepared for that test. So anyway, good luck to all of you, and I look forward to, if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to send them to me.